with in MNIT also. So again, very warm welcome to all of you. I am Dr. Rahul Singhal. I am working as Associate Professor and Associate Dean Research at MNIT Jaipur. And I'll be a coordinator of this event also, along with my two other coordinators, Professor Vikas Gupta from MNIT Jaipur and Dr. K. Venkatratnam Kama from MNIT Jaipur, Department of Physics. So you see, my voice is again coming. I have to wait a moment. This is a echo or something. It's a two voice. Okay, now I think my voice will not come. Slideshow. Okay. So anytime, whenever you feel there is an interruption or you are not getting my voice, you can write me in the chat box so that I would also come to know that, okay, you are not getting my voice. Okay. So whenever you see that it has been more than 3-4 minutes, we are not getting voice of the speaker, please write on the chat box. I have my assistant with me and he will tell me that, okay, the voice is not coming. Okay. So this is the program modules which we will be covering in this FDP. So we will be basically first covering the basics of these two programming languages like MATLAB and C programming. And later on, we will be using this language as a tool to solve many mathematical problems regarding numerical integration, numerical differentiation, partial differential equation, solution of a linear algebraic equation, solution of non-linear equations, interpolation, extrapolation, matrices, and then neural networks, many optimization technique, linear optimization, non-linear optimization techniques, and other things like given in the module number 4 and the 5. Since it's a online technique, I want actually initially I planned this course as a hybrid mode in online as well as in offline, so that you people, many of you could have come here and they attended all the labs also. We can solve all the programming. We have a very good computer lab. You can sit on the computer, you can solve the program. The experts would be available with you in person. He will tell you what kind of mistakes you are making in your things. Okay. My video is not visible to you. Why I'm not? You cannot see my video. Let me see why you cannot see my video. What is the problem? Start video. Okay. Now I think you can see me also. I'm visible to you. Thank you. This is the list where we have all the speakers. Today is the first lecture, so I'm telling you all these things. After that, I will not give all these things to you. We have already shared these things with you. So this is the speakers. We have the speakers from the IIT Ropar, IIT Roorkee, IIT Mandi, IIT Delhi, IIT Madras, and IIT Calicut, SRMST Chennai, IST Thiruvananthapuram, as well as from MNIT, myself, and LMNIT Professor Vikas Gupta. This is the schedule of our FDP, which have already been shared with you. You can see why I'm showing here. Today is the 9th June. If you can see the cursor of my mouse on your screen, then you can see on 9th June, both the lectures will be taken by me. First lecture from 10 to 12. Basically, it comprises 2 lectures, 10 to 11 and 11 to 12, and then 4 to 6. So what I am planning to have, like I have a lecture tomorrow also in the morning from 10 to 12. So today I'll be covering the C part, basic language part. What is the programming language, how to write a program, how to use different kind of data structures, variables, different kind of decision control structures, program, for loops, looping, for loop, while loop. So if you know the language, then it will be like a recall for you. But I'm sure many of you have not gone through the courses of C languages. Okay. Why I'm covering C? We could have covered C++ also, or Python also. Like our director also saying, some high level languages which requires, I mean, the implementation requires very less time. But C is like the mother of all the languages. We started from the Fortran, then we came to the C. These are the very, initial level languages, but still they have lot of applications. Okay, so I'll be covering the C part basically for you today. I will teach you the C languages and the main topics, because to cover all the topics of C language in just 2 lectures or in just 1 day is not easily possible. But I will try to cover only those parts of the C language which you require for your numerical calculations, numerical methods, or for the optimization techniques. Other professor will also be covering many higher aspect, many more advanced topics also about these courses which have been given in your schedule, the day-wise schedule we have already shared with you. So C language, I am just starting the C language. The C language, you see these two very great scientists. The first one is the Danish Riche and second one is the Barian Carringham. So these Professor Dennis Ritchie in 1972, he was in Bell Laboratories, and then he writes the code for the C language in 1972. So that's why I told you it's a very old language. And in 1978, the publication of the C programming language first came into the existence, and that was written by Professor Kernighan Ritchie, and it caused a revolution in the computing world, because after that, once this language was defined, their codes was defined, their the syntax was defined. After that, all these things like here, operating systems, language compilers, assemblers, text editors, print spoolers, network drivers, modern programs, databases, language interpreters, and other utilities, they were written in C language. Everyone wanted to use C language that time, though this time we have many more other high level languages, but that time everyone wanted to use C languages only. So mainly because it produces code that runs nearly as fast as code written in assembly language. Before C, we were having assembly language as a basic hardware languages, but C was also equally fast as the assembly languages. So people switched from assembly language to C language. So before starting the basics of the C language, you would always like to know, sir, what are the good books for the C language? So the very well-known book, very earlier book was Let Us See by Yashwant Kanitkar. They have Let Us C++ also, Let Us See also, and the solution of that book also. Another good programming language, a very basic book is by Balaguruswamy at C language. Few other books are also written here, and the learning a programming language. If you want to learn a programming language, like one thing is that what you can do, you can start reading the books. You just go through the contents of the books, then chapter 1, chapter 2. But in that way, it's not so easy to understand a language. So the best way to learn a language is just to write a program directly. So in order to write a program, you should know few basic things. Okay. One thing is that you just go through all the chapters of a one particular books of the C language. You take or you gain the knowledge of each and every small topic of the C language, and then you come to the editor and then you start writing your program. But here it's not easy in that way, because just to read the book all the time will not help you in solving your problems. So the best part is that what you can do, you can take the knowledge of few main basic steps of the C language, like the input output function. Suppose you want to print anything on the screen, then we have a function so called printf. I will be going to that. You want to take input from the keyboard, the function is called scanf. So if you have few main basic knowledge, basic functions, the knowledge of the basic function of the C language, then directly you can start writing a program, and slowly you will see what error you are doing. You will try to remove that or those errors, and in that way, step by step, you can go up to the advanced level. So the best way to learn is a language is to directly write a program with the help of some basic knowledge. Okay. Acha, before starting, I would like to know how many of you have never read or never attended any class for C language, because it will help me to adjust my contents on the basis of the background of the participants. So those who want to learn the basics of the C language, means they are just a beginner, they do not know much about the C language, can they write in the chat box yes, so that I would come to know that which level I should start for the C language. Those who want to have start the this lecture from very basic of C language, they may write yes in the chat box. Okay. Yes, good. So Bipin Kumar, Maya, many are writing yes. I can see in the chat box. And those who already have knowledge about the C language, they can simply write no in the chat box. So that I would come to know about the number of those candidates also. Those who already know the C language, they can just write the no in the chat box. No means they do not want to learn the language from very basic. Okay. Shrikant is saying no. Nikhil Srivastav is saying no. Satyendra Prasad is saying yes. Dr. Ruchika is saying yes. Aditi is saying yes. Priyanka is saying yes. Okay, thank you. So I got your messages. So few people already know about the C language, and many people they do not know. So today I'll be trying to cover from the basics also, and tomorrow or maybe in afternoon I'll take the advanced part also. I hope it will be fine for all of you. Those who already know about the C language, it will be just recalling the things so that you can easily understand the other advanced topics of C language. Once you will recall all the functions, all the decision control structures of the C language, or arrays or data points and other things. Okay. So the best way to learn is to write the programs. Okay. Uh, okay, my chat box is anyway. So start using the virtual machine environment to play with C. What is he saying? Virtual machine environment to play with C. If you want to write any program of C, you need to have one editor. Like Microsoft Word is also one of the editor. In the Linux, we have many other editor like VI is available and many more. Or writer is available. So there are three main steps to write any program. Those who are very beginner, the first step is that you should have one editor like Microsoft Word or any editor where you will write the code. You will write your program. Second thing is that then you will be should have some compiler which will compile your program. There are many steps in compiling also. And third one is that which will give you the output of your program. So these three are the main steps. Okay. So work your way through examples from lectures, KR, and other additional online tutorials which I'll be sharing with you. Once you are comfortable writing simple C programs in C, then take at the lab 1. Okay, we will go through this. So this is, I told you that the good part is that in order to write any program, to learn any language, the best way is you should start writing a program. So this here you can see, this is the main simple C program. In C, whatever you will write in a function which is called main. We will write this word main and then the this small parenthesis, and then this starting of the curly brace and the end of the curly brace, it basically comprises of the body of the program. So within this curly braces you will write all the functions of the program or all the statements of the program. So whatever you will write, you have to write in main. So let's directly go, because I have shared my screen, I'll be using some online compiler available with you. I will simply write a program. These things you can easily do with you also using your laptop at your home, because nowadays everyone has the internet and other things. So you can easily go through of all these things. Are you beta better? Wait a moment. I'll just my few students are there. Wait a moment. I'll be back with you. Give me 2 minutes. Yes, participants. Uh, हाँ नहीं ये बेहतर है इससे ज़्यादा अच्छी बात जाएगी मेरे ख्याल से ना इसमें ज़्यादा हैंडी भी है. Okay, so I'll be opening a online compiler for you. That practice you can do with your PCs also. If you are on PC and you have the internet connection, you can just do this thing with me. Like I'm just typing Google. Okay, this is the Google. I'm writing online C compiler. So I'm using first one. It is called Program Mage. I'm using this online C compiler. And whenever this window is open, then you can see in this window on the left hand side, this is the editor where you will write your program, and on the right hand side where you will get the output. So some program is already written here. Okay, so I'll delete the other parameters here. Those who already know, it will be a very basic things for them, but I request them to wait for some times. It will be a recall for them, but let other people, those who are beginner, those who do not know about the programming language, please give some time to them so that they can understand. So I told you, whatever you will write in a function which is called main, or maybe initially void main. Void main means we are not giving any integer or float values, and then okay, so here I am including one library which you always be doing. It is called hash include stdio.h. It's a header file. It is basically a standard input output. I'm not sure my screen is visible to you or not. I try to zoom it so that it will be clearly visible on your screen. I can try to zoom my screen. Okay, now it is visible to you. All of you, whatever I'm writing on the compiler are visible to you. Few of you please write yes. Okay, visible. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Jan. Thank you, Nikhil, Rajesh, Dr. Atul Kumar, Maya, Satyendra Prasad. Thank you. Thank you. So you simply type void main. It is the main function in which you will write your program. Then the start of the curly brace, then end of the curly brace, and before that you will write hash include stdio.h in this syntax in this format. Stdio.h is a header file which was basically a standard input output header file. This header file contains the definitions of the input output function. Because in any program, you cannot write even a single program with the help of standard input output functions, which are in C language basically printf and scanf. If you know in C++, it is basically C in and C out. Okay, so I'll write one function printf. Printf, and then this syntax you have to remember how to write this. Okay, and then this is C language class. Okay, and then semicolon. So I have written a very simple C program which is having only one statement which is called printf, and in this printf function is basically used to print on the screen. So whatever you will write in this code, double quotes, between this double quotes, like here I have written this is C language class. Whatever you will write in this double code, it will be printed on the screen in the same format. So this printf is a input output function, and this definition means if I am writing printf, then what compiler has to do. The definition of this printf is given in this header file which is called stdio.h. That's why we are writing this line number 2 hash include stdio.h means we want to include this header file so that whenever compiler will see this printf function, it will take the definition of this printf function from this header file which is given in this stdio.h header file. Okay, so let's run its output. I'll just run its output. So I'll run it. So it is called, this is C language class. So whatever I have written, don't think this on the front line, because it's an online free compiler. There will be some ads always be running, but forget about this ad. Just you can see the main part which I'm telling to you here. Okay, so whenever I am run, so okay, so this is a code exited with some error, but we will see what is the error. But it is giving the, this is the C language class. So suppose now in this printf function, I am writing few more. This is C language FDP. Suppose in class I am removing by FDP. This is C language FDP, and then I'll run this code. So now this is C language FDP. Okay. So whatever you will write in this double code, it will be printed on the screen in the same format. Suppose I am writing only FDP. Printf FDP. Whatever I have written in double quotes means output of this program should be, it should print on the screen only the FDP. So run it. It will print only FDP. So this is a simple program to print anything on the screen. Like I am writing my name here. So if I run this program, it should print only my name. So now you can see the output of this program is that it is printing my name only. So this printf is a function which will help you to print anything on the screen in C language. Now this was only with the printing in the screen. Second thing is that you want to give some input from the keyboard to your program. Okay, so that function is called scanf. You type scanf, then you are writing %d and then ampersand. Suppose I am taking any integer I. Whatever you will type through the keyboard, that should be integer value, because I have to declare the variables also. So I am declaring this variable as int I. Okay. So now here I have added two lines, line number 5 and line number 6. I'll make it bigger. Okay. So you can see line number 5, I have written one more word, it is called int I. And in line number 6, I have written another function which is called scanf. Okay. It should be in double quotes. Okay. So in C language, whatever you want to use as a variable, that should be declared first. So here I is a variable and I am declaring it as an integer. So this variable I can take only the integer value like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. Okay. And then I am writing scanf function. Scanf is a function which will ask you to take the value from the keyboard. Means whenever this function line number 6 will be encountered, the computer or the compiler will wait for you to enter anything from the keyboard, and then whenever you will enter anything on the keyboard, that will be stored in the variable I. Okay. And that variable I we have declared as integer. It should only be the integer. It cannot take any other decimal points value, like which is called in C is a float value. So declaration of a variable is must in C language. Whereas if you go in the in MATLAB you need not to declare the variables. MATLAB is another high level languages, but in MATLAB you need not to declare the variable, but here in C you have to declare the variable. Suppose you have declared it integer as a I, then you cannot give any float value. Float means the decimal value. Okay. So I'll come back to this. First go, now you have seen a simple program with the main input output function, how to give the input and how to take the output from the program. So let us come back to our slides. This was our simple C program where I have written printf, this is physics class. Okay. So whatever I have written in the double quotes, it will be printed on the screen in the same format. Here I have written few comments lines also. Like whenever you are writing a slash asterisk and then it will be ended with the asterisk slash, whatever you will write in between these two symbols, that will not be read by the compiler of the language. It is called comment lines. It is to enhance the readability of the program. Okay. So I'll give you the example of this comment lines also. First, let's see the important points I have written here, whatever I have told you. The execution of the C program always begins at main. Main is the main C program. Then main is a special function used by the C system to tell the computer where the program start. Every program must have exactly one main function. Empty pair of parentheses like small brackets indicate that function main has no argument or parameters. That's why I have written void also. Number 5, this opening braces, it's basically the beginning of the function main, and the closing braces is the end of the function main. Okay. The lines beginning with this slash, it is called slash, and then the asterisk mark, and the ending with asterisk slash, known as the comment lines. It is used to enhance the readability and understanding of the C language. Comment lines are not executable statements, and therefore anything written between these two symbols is ignored by the compiler. So why you are using comments line? Because suppose you are writing a program which has few lines, then by seeing the program you can understand what is the program. But those who are the real computer programmer, those who are working in IT industries, those who are making softwares or the operating system with the help of languages, they are writing a program which may have thousands of pages, okay, or maybe few lakhs of lines. If you are writing a program which are of very big size, then it will not be possible always for you to remember, okay, for what reason I have written this particular function or this particular statement in this program. So in order to enhance the readability of your program, what programmers do, they use comment lines for the help of reading of the program, so that in the comments line they can write small notes that okay, this following 10 lines I have written in this program due to this reason. So comments lines enhance the readability of the program. And second is that because comment lines are not readable by the compiler, so it does not decrease the speed of your program, writing speed or reading speed. Okay. So compilers, whenever the compiler see these few symbols like slash asterisk and slash star, so compiler will not read anything which is written between these two symbols. Okay. So it does not decrease the speed of your program. So new line character in C, new line character, let's see this. Printf, it is a class. Okay, now it's a new line character. New line character is nothing but backslash n. Okay. This, if you can see on my screen, new line character is given by backslash n. Okay. Can you see the cursor of my mouse? So whenever I entered backslash n, I write backslash n, this will take the cursor to the new line. Like in this printf statement, we have written it is class, comma, backslash n, it is in physics department. Okay. So if you have not given this backslash n, both of these sentences will be printed on the output screen in a single line. But if you have given this backslash n, then it will be printed in the new line. Whenever compiler will encounter this backslash n, it will take cursor to the new line. Let us see this by the examples. I'll just go to the online browser. I'll come back to this. Okay. So maybe I'll make all these as a comment line because I do not want these to be just now read by the computer. So I'll make these as a comments line. This also let us make a comment line. Okay. Now I'm writing printf. This is C class, and another statement I'm writing. It is in MNIT Jaipur. Okay. So let's take the output of this. Run. It is showing this is C class. It is in MNIT Jaipur. You see, all these things are in a single line. But now what I do, I'll just put a backslash in here, backslash n, and then take the output. Now you can see backslash n is taking the cursor to the new line, and now your output is printed in 2 lines instead of a single line. Somebody is writing something? No? Okay. So now you can see the backslash n is giving you output in new line. Suppose I apply one more backslash n. I'll go to the input screen. One more backslash n. It means first backslash n will take cursor to the new line, and then second backslash n will take cursor to the third line. So if I'll run this program, now you can see there is a blank line between these two lines, because these two backslash n are taking program to the new line always. I'll put one more backslash n here, or maybe two more backslash n. Then it will take cursor. First it will print this is a class. After that, 4 backslash n will take cursor to the 5th line. Okay, so run this program. Now you can see this is C class, and in between I am getting many more blank spaces. So this is called a new line character. I can place this new line character here also, backslash n, and run. So now you can see the output is not starting from the first line here. The first line is blank because this backslash n is taking to the cursor to the next line, and then the output is printed. After that there are 5 backslash n, and then it is printed. Okay, just a moment, I'm getting a call. Is it from some student? I'll wait for a moment. Yes, I'm back. Sorry, it took another 2 minutes. So I was telling you about this new line characters. Okay, so new line character is used to take the cursor to the next line. Let's go back to the this comment lines also you have seen. because suppose the comment line, this line number 7, suppose I am again using this as a comment line, like I am typing a slash and then a star, and then at the last also I am typing a star and then slash. So this line also you have seen the color has been changed. It means line number 5, line number 6, line number 7 will not be read by the compiler. Okay, and instead of that, suppose I am writing one more printf here. Now suppose I am run this program, then the output should be only the C language, because compiler will not read line number 5, line number 6, line number 7, because they are now as a comment line. So let us run this program. So why it is giving error? Because I forgot to put one semicolon at the end of this. So the compiler will tell you the error also. Okay, we will see that in C language, every statement should be ended with a semicolon. These things are called syntax of any language. So it is showing that in line number 8, there is an error. Why error? Because I forgot to put the semicolon. So let's again run this program. And this is telling you only output is only the C language. Okay. If I'll remove these comment lines in the line number 7, then it will, and suppose I'm removing this new lines also. Okay, new line characters. Then it will, there are two printf statement, line number 7, line number 8. Both output of this line number 7 and line number 8 will be printed. Let us run this program. So you can see this is C language, it is MNIT's, this is MNIT Jaipur C language. Okay, so everything is printed here in this. So in that way, you can use printf statement, and then you can use, where is the, yeah, this one is fine. Okay, so in this way, you can use comment lines, you can use new line characters also. Let's come back to our slides. C does not make a distinction between the uppercase and lowercase letters. C does make a distinction. It means in generally in C language, whatever you are writing, that should be written in the lowercase letters. Okay. So in C, if you are writing printf in the small case and printf in the capital letters, they are not same. So in general, in C language, we will always use lowercase letters. Only for making some variables as a constant, we will use capital letters. Okay. So in C language, everything is written in the lowercase letters. Uppercase letters are used for symbolic names representing the constant. So this is the general format of a program. You will write main, then the small brackets. This is the start of the program, which is given by the curly braces, open curly braces, close curly braces, and then whatever you want to write within this C language program body. Okay, so this format, if you know, then you can always start writing your first C program. So variable keywords and declaration. In C, all variables should be declared. So there are many variables, but main things for your numerical calculations, you just know about three things which are called integer, float, and the character. For integer, you will write the keyword is int. For the float, you will write float, and for the character, you will write char. Okay. So if you know these three, then you can go ahead with the program numerical methods with the C language. But every variable should be declared. Like if I want to use I as integer, I have to write int I. Variable must, number two point, variable must be declared before they are used. Okay. Number third point, all declaration statement end with a semicolon. Like here, when I was solving a program in the printf, I forgot to end it with a semicolon. Then the compiler gave a error. So in C, all declaration statement should be ended with a semicolon. Okay. The word int and the word float are called keywords, means they have some reserved meaning in the C language. That's why these words int and float you cannot use as a variable name. number is equal to 10. This is called assignment statement. Means suppose I have declared any variable as an integer. Suppose it is number, and I am saying number is equal to 10. It means I am assigning a value of 10 to this variable number, which can take only the integer value. Similarly, here in the assignment statement, you can do arithmetic operations also, like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So here I am adding 2 points, 10.5 plus 2.3, and after adding this I am getting a float value which will be transferred to a amount, a variable amount. It means amount should be a float type variable. Float type means which has the decimal points. Okay, these all should be always ended with a semicolon. These are the assignment statement. And then we have every statement must have a semicolon at the end. Main library. Hash include stdio.h. Hash include math.h. Whenever you want to use printf and scanf statement, you have to use this library, which is called hash include stdio.h. It refers to the standard input output header file containing standard input and output functions. Okay. C is a free form language. Oh, sorry, the math.h. If you want to use only the printf scanf, then you will include this library hash include stdio.h in this format. This is a standard format. You have to type hash, you have to type include, then in this type of brackets you have to use stdio.h. This is a standard format of the C language. Similarly, if you want to use mathematical functions in your program like sine, cos, okay, exponential, then you have to include hash included math.h. Okay, it depends on some compiler also. Nowadays you have advanced compiler in which sometimes it's not always necessary to use to add header files, but in the old compilers it is compulsory to use to add header files. Now C is a free form language. It means the C compiler does not care whether on where on the line we begin typing. Means we can start typing from any indentation. C is a free form language, and we can group statements together in one line also. Like we are writing a is equal to b, first statement, second x is equal to y plus 1, second, third z is equal to a plus x. We can write all these three lines in one line like this. So it is called free form language. C does not make distinction. C does not care whether you are writing in one line or two line, or from what point you are starting your line. Okay. So let us see these things also. Let's go back to and see some examples. So suppose I am defining some integer I. Okay, let's take one more integer I and then j. Okay, and then one more integer sum. So here I have defined three integers. Now I am writing I is equal to 1. I am giving this value, and then j is equal to 2. Okay, and now what will be the sum? I am saying sum is equal to I plus j. Okay, and then suppose I'll be printing the value of the sum. Printf the value of sum is %d and then ampersand sum. The value of I plus j is, let's say the value of I plus j is % sum, and then semicolon. And what other lines we have? This is I have made comment line. Suppose I do not want these three lines. I'll delete them. I'll delete it. Okay. So now in this program, make it smaller. Okay. So in this program, what I have written, void main, then start of the curly braces, I am declaring 2, 3 integer I, j, sum, which may take only the integer value. and then I is equal to 1, j is equal to j is equal to 2, then sum is equal to I plus j, means it will give some arithmetic operation. And then I am printing, suppose remove this also, this is not necessary. Printf, the value of I plus j is %d sum. So the %d would be replaced the value which is there in the sum. So let us run it. It is giving too many errors. Why? Because after the printf we have not given the semicolon. And line number 9, then again run. So it is saying the value of I plus j is equal to, why it is not giving the correct value? Can anybody tell me? It is giving the value, some absurd value, 1 plus 777. So this is interesting to understand why it is not giving the correct value. So can anybody tell me, and can anybody write in the chat window why it is, what is the error in this program? Those who already know the programming. I'm just waiting for 2 minutes. Can anybody tell me why it is not giving the correct value? Void main. Okay. So somebody is saying void main means now the function has some value, we can remove the void, or instead of that we can write integer, then run. Now it is not giving the some correct value. Any other person? Maya has written void main. Any other person? It should be interactive session. Can anybody tell me why it is not giving the correct value? Anyone, please write in the chat window. Due to the brackets. Okay, which bracket you are saying? Due to the brackets. Which brackets? Who is writing? What is the name? Bikram. Bikram, which brackets you are saying? Just I want to see how much you are interactive. I can tell you the answer, but let me get the answer from you. Both I and j are the same data type. Okay, then what is the problem? I and j are both are integer. Integer I and j and sum. Both I and j are the same data type. That's good. Both are integer. Sum is also integer. Oh, you are saying to write separately int I, int j. Is it? I don't think so. Whatever you have write int ijk is sum. Let us check it one by one. Instead of sum, I am writing here I. Okay. Then I should have value 1. Whether it is giving 1? No. It means this is not the answer. What you are saying, because here also it is giving the some garbage value. Math.h. Okay. Let us include math.h. Now run it. No, it's not giving the correct value. I have already added math.h. It's not giving the correct value. Anyone? It is again giving some garbage value. If you write sum also, then run. No, again it's not giving. I plus j is equal to sum. No, we are making the sum of I plus j into the addition sum. Okay, or let's do I plus j here on itself. We can do I plus j here itself. I am writing just sum. Let us see. Now it is giving correct value. Do you remember? Now it is giving the correct value. Why I was doing all these things? Because I want you to understand the thing like C has its well-defined syntax. You cannot play with the syntax. If you want to print something on the screen, you will be writing only the in the curly braces. Okay, suppose I am not writing sum here. Okay, I am writing just not %d. I am writing the value of I plus j is sum. Okay, and then run this program. So whatever I have written in these double quotes, the value of I plus j is sum. As it is printed. But I want to print the value, the number which are contained in the variable sum. Here on the screen, I want to print the value which is there in the sum. So C has a well-defined syntax for that. So if you want to print the value which is there in a variable, how you will print that? So what you will do, you will write in the printf statement in the double quotes, you will use %d, okay, and then you will write the value of I plus j is %d, but this %d will not be printed. Instead of that, whatever you will write after the comma, like variable sum. So the value which is there in the sum, which will be replaced here with the %d. So this is a method to print the value which is there in a variable on the screen. Again, I'll take the run. The value of I plus j is 3. Suppose instead of this sum, I am writing I. So what is the value of an I? I has a value 1. It means it should print the value of I plus j is 1. Okay. Or let's say the value of I is I plus j, what I'm remembering. So now it should print the value of I only. The value of I is 1. Suppose I am making I is equal to 13. Now it should print the value of I is 13. Run. So you can see the value of I is 13. Okay. Similarly, I am taking the value of j, and then here I am replacing it with j. And suppose I am saying j is my 2123, and then I am running this. The value of j is 2123. Got my point? So this is a method in printf to print the value of any variable. First, I told you initially to print anything, whatever you will write in double quotes. C doesn't see whatever you have written in double quotes as except this %d. Suppose I am writing instead of j, I am writing I. However, the value of I is 13, but here I have written j. So it will replace the value of j in %d, and it will type the value of I is 2123. Let us run this program. So it is writing the value of I is 2123. Okay. So C doesn't bother about what we have written in double quotes. It will print as it is. Okay. So these things you can do here also. You can do arithmetic operation within the C statement also, printf statement. The value of I plus j is %d, and here also I can do I plus j. Run. Okay, let's say it's simple value. Let's say I is equal to 3 and j is equal to 4. Run. The value of I plus j is 7. It means 3 plus 4 arithmetic operation it is doing here only. It means I do not need this variable sum. It's a extra variable for me. So I'll remove this variable. Run. So all arithmetic operation I can do within C language also. Suppose I want to get the difference between j and I. J minus I. What is j minus I? 4 minus 3. It should be 1. So value of I plus j, I told you, C doesn't care what you have written within the double quotes. I should write j minus I. J minus I is %d j minus I. So the value of j minus I is 1. What mistake we were doing? We were writing here ampersand initially. And then if I run, it will again give error or garbage value. Because this ampersand we will use in scanf, not in the printf. So C has its own well-defined function which have to be used. Okay, the string. Okay, let's come back to the PPTs. So all these arithmetic operation you can do in one line also. This I was telling you here. So in this program, these lines like I is equal to 3, j is equal to 4, we can write in one line also. There is no need to go to another line. Just you replace them by the semicolon. Okay. So again, if you run the program, the answer is correct. 4 minus 3 is 1. Or you take, let's say, value of 40 and then minus 30. Means j is equal to 40, I is equal to 30. What is the answer? 40 minus 30, 10. Okay. Even you can give the value of the variable in declaration itself. I is equal to 5, j is equal to 4. No need to give here. Then what would be the answer? 4 minus 5 minus 1. The value of j minus I means 4 minus 5 is minus 1. The output is correct. Okay. So what is the difference? Difference is that a program can be written in many forms, in many ways. But the best program is one which has the least number of lines. Suppose everyone is writing its own program. Suppose a student X has written a program in 50 lines, student Y has written in 30 lines, same program, student Z has written in 20 lines. So the one which has written in least number of lines is the best program. So the program is best when it is written in the least number of lines. Like here, I am writing integer and it has the least number of variables also, because I need not to define a third variable sum, because all these arithmetic operation I can do here only. Okay. So far I have not used the any let's remove this math.h, because I am not using any sine cos statement. I can remove this, and if I'll run this run, then also it is giving the correct answer, because math.h is needed when you have sine, cosine or trigonometric functions or exponential function or logarithmic function. Okay, so I have written in this program in any line, and I also told you that C is a free form language. You can start writing from anywhere. Like I am writing this int from having some indentation from the beginning. Okay, if I'll run this program now, the answer is again same. C doesn't mind from which line you are writing. Or suppose I am giving a blank line. The line number 4 is blank. If I again run, answer is again same. So C doesn't mind from which part you are starting writing your program. Okay. Execution of a C program. Execution of a C program involves a series of steps. Number one is that creating the program, which we are like writing on the editor. Second is called compiling the program, which I am using online editor program is. Then linking the program with functions that are needed from the C library, like your header file, stdio.h, standard input.h. This is a header file which you are using to define the compiler about the printf and scanf statement. So with the help of these header files, you can always use input output functions. Then executing the program means you are running the program. Okay, so these are the 4 steps which are involved in C program. Okay, C language. All the words in a C program line must be declared from must be separated from each other by at least one space or a tab. Okay, so all the words in a C program line must be separated from each other by at least a space or a tab. Printf function. I have already given the example of the printf function. printf function is used to print anything on the screen. Okay, the format is that printf, then in the double quotes you will write format string. Okay, like %d, %f. %d is for the integer, %f for the float, and %c is for the character. And then comma, after that list of variables like pi, like abc. Okay, printf simple interest is equal to rs %f then s. Okay, so these are the some example how to use printf statement. So percent this format string, like I told you, for the correct integer or float also. Let's go to the compiler. Let's come back to this. So instead of this integer, I am using now float values. My screen is not shared. Okay, screen is not visible. Okay, anybody has written like this or not? My screen is not shared. Okay. अभी हुआ या पहले से होता था ये? Just अभी हुआ है. Share. Yeah, somehow my screen is unshared. Now I'm again sharing my screen. The screen is not visible. Yeah, wait a moment. I'm sharing it. Wait a moment. I'm sharing it. It's taking some time. Is it due to the network problem or why it is taking so much time? We can't display your shared content. Make sure you are allowed permission to share content and then try again. What's the issue? Share a screen and then entire screen and then that's a sharing window. Okay, maybe I am. Why it is taking so much time? रमेश, ये स्क्रीन अनशेयर हो गई और अब शेयर में हो ही नहीं रहा, कनेक्टिंग ही लिखा रहा है बार बार. वाई? Okay, candidates, you please wait for a moment. I'll be logging out my screen and then again I'll be rejoining. There is some technical issue, so I'll just log out and log in again. Okay, now participants, can you see my screen? Am I visible? Yes, sir. Okay, that's great. So there was some technical issue that has been resolved now. Okay. So I was telling you about this printf. We have the different kind of statements, different ways to write printf statement in C language using these type of strings and the variable names. Similarly, scanf. Scanf is a function which is used to read value from a keyboard. And the format of the scanf is that you will type scanf, then double quote, you will write this string %d for first variable A, then %d for second variable, and %d for third variable. And now here you will use ampersand. This is a symbol for the AND, but in the C language it is called ampersand, AMPERSAND. It's a special character. Okay. Note that the values of A, B, C are to be supplied through the keyboard and must be separated by a blank or by a tab or by a new line. Means blank means enter. Okay. Because you know here you have 3% D, means you will enter the value of A, B, and C. Suppose your value of A is 1. So you will write 1, that will go to A. And suppose the value of B is 2. So when you will write 2, it will go to B. But if you are typing 1 and 2 together through the keyboard, then the value of 12 may go to A. So how to separate them? So they should be separated either by a blank or by a tab or by a new line. So that computer will come to know that now first value you have whatever you have given through the keyboard, that value was going to A. After that you will enter a tab or blank, then it will go to B, and then again a tab or blank, then it will go to C. Within the pair of double quotes, there should be only format specifiers, format specifications like %d, %d. Here you will not write anything. Within the double quotes, it will be only %d, %d, and then ampersand a, ampersand b, ampersand c. So let us see this by example. This is very interesting to understand. Now I am using scanf also. Suppose I have given two variable integer I and j, and now I want to give these values through keyboard. So far, I was giving directly in a program. They were not be changed. But now, as per the requirement of the user, computer will ask you to enter the value of I and j. So first, I will write printf, enter the value of I, and then this value will be read by the computer through scanf. I will write %d and then I. So whatever, and then let's say same value I want to type also. Printf the value of I is %d and then I. Okay. So let us run this program. Run. It is giving error. Why? In line number 7, in line number 6, it is giving scanf because I did not type the semicolon. I told you that every statement should be ended with a semicolon. So it is asking me enter the value of I. Now through the keyboard, suppose I am typing 5. I have typed 5 and then I am pressing enter. So it is giving the segmentation fault scanf because I forgot to give ampersand here. I have to give an ampersand here, then again run. Then enter the value of I. Suppose I am typing 5 through the keyboard and then I am pressing enter. It is saying the value of I is 5. So this is a way of using printf and scanf in the combination so that whatever you will enter through the keyboard, that will be saved in particular variable I. Okay. Now, whenever I am saying enter the value of I, it is just going after this I5. It's difficult to read. I want that this 5 should go to the new line. So what I can do, I can type \n here, and then as soon as it will encounter enter the value of I, the cursor will go to new line, and whatever I will type, that will go to new line. Let us see. Run. Enter the value of I. I am typing 5. Now you see 5 is going to the next line because this new line character has taken cursor to the next line, and then I am again entering the value of I is 5. Okay. So here you may type any value 6, 7, 8. Suppose I am again running this program. This time I want to give a value of, let's say, 23 to I, and enter. The value of I is 23. Okay. Similarly, we can have the two values together, the value of I and j. Enter the value of I and j. Okay. And then I use 2% d, one for I and one for j. And then the value of I and j is %d, and then one more %d, then I comma j. Okay. Let us run this program. Run. It is saying enter the value of I and j. Suppose I am entering I is equal to 4 and then enter. Now second value j is equal to 5 and then enter. It is saying the value of I and j is 4, 5, but you may read it as a 45 also. है ना? So what I can do, the percent of value of I and j is, can I write and here? Let us run again. The value of I, let's say I am typing 4 and then I am pressing enter. The value of j is 5, then pressing enter, and then it is saying the value of I and j is 4 and 5, and then we can type respectively also here to be more precise. Run the enter. Suppose I am entering I is equal to 7 and j is equal to 9. So it is giving the value of I and j is 7 and 9 respectively. Got my point? So this is the way how to use printf and scanf statement. They are very simple, but they are very informative. They contains lot of information, and you cannot write any program of C without using these two printf and scanf statement. Now it's a simple. Now we know, since we know the printf and scanf statement, so now we can write a simple program to calculate the area or and a volume of a sphere. Just you will tell the computer what is the radius of your sphere R, and then program will tell you what is the area of the sphere and what is the volume of the sphere. So area is given by this formula, 4 pi r square. Volume is given 4 by 3 pi r cube. I'm writing this program hash include stdio.h main, then float. I'm because radius may be decimal point also, real value like 1.2, 2.4, which has a decimal value. So now instead of integer, I am declaring float value, float RAV. Then CLR SCR is another function to use to clear the screen, because earlier we were using DOS platform. Also in DOS platform, whatever you have written, whatever output you have got earlier, that will be there on the screen. So if you want to delete the screen, then if you want to delete the output of the previous program, then you have to use CLR SCR to clear the screen. But in nowadays in online compiler, it's always coming from the new screen, so we do not need to use this CLR SCR, but you should know what is the function of CLR SCR. Then I am saying printf enter the value of R radius, it will give to SR scanf %f %r, so this value will go to the R. Then I am writing a formula, A is equal to 4 pi 3.14 R square, and then volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi R cube, and then I'm writing area is %f, volume is %f, A and B. So let us write this program quickly. क्या पूछ रहे हैं, पढ़ो क्या क्वेश्चन है. I think there is no need to have any comma between these two %d, but you can type the value always. Okay, if you want to type the comma, they will be there. I mean, let us see, like whatever you are showing, whatever you have query, you can just go through just by typing the things. Somebody is asking me, can we type comma? So I think I have given a comma here. Okay, and let us run the program. I'll remove this respectively word also. Okay, so let us run this program. Enter the value of I, let's say 4, j, let's say 5. The value of I and j is 4 comma 5. So if I have given a comma, then the comma is printed, because you see from the color you will come to know, like the string %d, they are in different color, and whatever other things are there between the double quotes, they are in different colors. So whatever you are writing in double quotes except this %d, that will be printed as it is on the screen. Suppose I am making 4 5 commas, like I have given 4 commas, then 4, the value of I, the value of j is 5, and then those 4 commas are printed in the same manner. Okay, so it's up to you how you want to use this program. I wanted to not have comma, I wanted to use and, so I type simply and. Let's say I is equal to 7, j is equal to 8, double 8, the value of I and j is 7 and 88. Even you can have the summation also here. Instead of that, I have already told you. You can write I plus j also. Okay, that I have already told you. Okay. Got sir. Okay. ठीक है. Good. What's the good name? क्या नाम था बच्चे का? Satyendra. Thank you. It was a good query. Thank you for your query, Satyendra. And let's go back to our slides. So I am saying to write this program to find out the area and the volume of a sphere. Quickly we will write this program. So this time I'll take the float, float, and then like radius r, then area, one variable, and then volume, another variable. Okay. So printf, enter the value of r, enter the value of radius of sphere. Okay. Scanf, because it's a float value, instead of d we will use %f, and then we have one value %r and %r. Okay, now we will write the formula for the area. Area is equal to 4 into for the multiplication in C language we will use this asterisk sign. Then pi is equal to 3.14, and then r square we will use r into r. Okay, and similarly for volume we will use 4 by 3. So 4 by 3, first we will use this bracket 4 by 3, and then into pi r cube. Pi is equal to 3.14, and r cube means r into r into r. Okay, this is the area and volume, and then we will printf the values of this. Printf the value of area and volume are. The values of area and volume are %f and %f, and here I'll write area, and here I'll write volume. Okay, let us run this program. Enter the value of radius of the sphere. Let's say radius is 2. Enter. The value of the area and volume is, area is equal to 50, 4 pi r square, means 4 into 3.14, let's say approximately 4 into 3 into 2, 6, and then r square is 4. 6 into 4, almost 48, 49. Okay, it's coming correct. And then 4 pi r cube. Okay. So you can easily make your program to find out the area of and the volume of a sphere. Just you enter the value of the radius, the program will tell you the volume and sphere. Okay, the area and volume of a sphere. So here, what I want to tell you, you can use like this. Suppose I am not writing this 4 by 3 in the curly braces. Okay, so the answer may be different. Like uh, suppose I am looking only for the volume. Okay, so I am removing this curly the small bracket. Suppose. Okay, I have removed this small bracket in the volume. Okay, now if I run this program, so radius I am entering 2. Now the volume area is 50 and volume is this. Okay, here it is not making a difference. Okay, but it may make a difference in some other cases also, uh, because it's the multiplication. So what I wanted to tell you, I wanted to tell you about the hierarchy of the operators. Means in this line number 8, which operator will be operated upon first. Okay, so there is a hierarchy of the operator, like in this language it's different from the arithmetic operations. Okay, so hierarchy of the operator is important to understand in C language. The hierarchy is given here. It is called hierarchy of the operators. The first priority would be for the multiplication, division, and this remainder operator. Second priority will be plus and minus operator, and third priority will be equal operator. And the order of the execution can be changed by introducing parenthesis into an expression. Like 4 by 3, I wrote a parenthesis because if I'm writing 4 by 3 in a parenthesis, then parenthesis would be executed first. Means whatever I have written between the parenthesis, that would be executed at the highest priority. Okay, so any arithmetic expression with the with parenthesis will be evaluated from left to right using the rules of precedence of the operators. So arithmetic expression with parenthesis will be evaluated from left to right with the rules of the precedence of the operator. During the first pass, high priority operators are applied as they are encountered. During the second pass, low priority operators are applied as they are encountered. So we will go from left to right. In left to right, if we have addition, multiplication, then multiplication has the priority over higher the addition. So first multiplication would be in first go multiplication would be implemented, and after that in second go addition would be implemented. Okay, so let us see this by example. Suppose uh, I am deleting this program, and suppose I am writing integer I. Okay, and then I am giving I is equal to 3 plus 4 into 2. Okay, and then I'm saying print the value of I. The value of I is %d I. Okay, so here I'm saying it will go from left to right, means they will start from 3. 3 plus 4 into 2. So we have two operator, one is called addition, second is called multiplication. So this multiplication will be operated first. So it will be first 3 plus 4 into 2 means 3 plus 8, and then 8 plus 3 would give you 11. Let us run this program. The value of I is 11. But suppose I want that first 3 plus 4 should be executed. 3 plus 4, 7, and then 7 into 2, 14. So I can write this 3 plus 4 into the parenthesis. So whatever we have written in the parenthesis, that comes in the highest priority. So here first 3 plus 4 will be executed. 3 plus 4, 7, and into t, 14. Run this program. The value of I is 14. Okay. So parenthesis can override all the precedence. Okay. Suppose this is different. I have 3 into 4 plus 2. Now we will go from left to right, means from 3, then 4, then 2. It is left to right. In between, first the operator multiplication is coming. So multiplication will be operated first. So 3 into 4, 12 plus 2, answer should be 14. The value of I is 14. But if I'll write this 4 plus 2 in the bracket, then 4 plus 2 would be executed first, 4 plus 2 would be 6, and then 6 into 3, 18. Run. The value of I is 18. Okay, got my point? Suppose you have another operator also, like 3 into 4, then multiply by 2, then minus 1. Suppose you have this thing. So how you will go? You will start from left to right. Left to right means from 3, then 4, then 2, then 1. Then you have one operator multiplication, one division, and then subtraction. So this subtraction has the second priority, but multiplication and division has the first priority. And you will start from left to right. So first multiplication is coming. So multiplication will be operated. 3 into 4, 12. Then 12 will be divided by 2, 6. Then 6 minus 1, 5. So answer should be 5. Let us run this. Answer is 5. Okay. But if I'll again put parenthesis, let's say here, then what would happen? You will go from left to right, but whatever first is written in parenthesis, that will be operated, that will be implemented. 4 by 2 is equal to 2. Then 3 into 2, 6. 6 minus 1, 5. Then answer should be here also 5. Okay. So this priority you should always remember. And similarly, you have another important operator which is called remainder. This sign in the C, it is very important, the remainder operator, this one. So it is like I am dividing 3 by 1. What will be the remainder if I'll divide 3 by 1? What should be the remainder? You run this program. If you divide by 3 by 1, the remainder is 0. Let's say you divided it by 2. If you divide 3 by 2, like 2 into 1, 2 into 1, 2, the remainder should be 1. So remainder is 1. So there are two things. One is called quotient. This is the division, which is called quotient. If you divide by 3 by 2, because it has to be integer, I am not taking float, so it will not take the decimal value. So if I will divide 3 by 2 means 2 into 2, 2. So in the quotient you will get, what you will get in the quotient? 1, and then the remainder 1. So if you run it, the quotient is 1. Okay. But if you take as a float, so it may take the real value also. Run. So again, it is taking a garbage value. Why? Why it is not taking the float value? Because here 3 and 2 are you are taking as an integer. Float means you have to put decimal value. Okay. Then run this program. So again, it is giving some absurd value. Why? Can anybody tell me why it is giving the? Because we have taken %d. It should also be %f. So answer is 1.5. Okay. In modern compiler, suppose you give 3 by 2. Okay, let us see what this example is. Although float I should have a decimal value. Okay, but 3 and 2 are the integer value. If I'll run it, then answer is 1. Why? Because it should be 1.1, because we are doing operation between the two arithmetic, the integer value. So it will take only the integer value. But if I'll take 3.0 and let us see answer, it is given 1.5. So operation between integer and integer, it will give you integer, but operation between integer and float, it will give you float. Let us come back to our slides. all variable must be declared for their types before they are used. Means if you want to use a like radius of the sphere, it may be a float also. Float means the real value. Real means those who have decimal point like 4.2, 3.8. So they must be declared according to their type, whether you want to declare as a real or the integer or the character. We must make sure to include header file using hash include directive with the program refer to the special name and function that is does not define. Compiler directives such as define and include do not end with a semicolon. Whenever I am using this here, hash include stdio.h, I should not put a semicolon in the hash directive. If I'll put it, it may give you error like this. So it is giving you error. You need not to put this semicolon here. My voice is going now. Run. Okay. So you need not to put semicolon in the hash directive. The sign hash, this sign is called hash of the compiler directive must appear in the first column of the line. When braces are used to group statements, make sure that the opening braces has a corresponding closing braces. अगर आपने ओपन किया है तो आपको उसको क्लोज भी करना होगा. आपने यहाँ पे ब्रेस लगाया. Suppose I want to have this operation 3.2, 2.0 and then minus 2.5, and I am using this in the parenthesis. Okay. So this will give you obviously some answer -6, but suppose I'll forget to put this close of the corresponding open parenthesis, then it may give you error because you have not closed the bracket. Okay. So now there is no error. So this is about the writing, compiling and running a C program. So far we have come to know how to write a very simple program using printf and scanf statement, which are the basic input output functions. You have seen the main the general program, and now we can go to some advanced things like compiling, running we have already done. So C language, I'll come back to this. Memory and I'll come to this. Variable in C languages, I have already told you 3 kind of variable. One is called integer, second is called float, and third is called character, which is given here. Character X, character Y. So suppose you want to make a program where you will type yes or no, Y or N. Okay, suppose program want to ask you whether you want to play again, you will type yes. So how to give Y through the keyboard? Because Y is a character. So you have to declare Y as a char, char. And these characters you have initiate with the help of single code. In integer and float, we were directly writing like I is equal to 1, j is equal to 3. But in character, you will write character in a single code like here. This is the way how to define a character. What is algorithm? I'll come back to this. What is flowchart? I'll come back to this. I want to take this decision control structure. This is the after the basic programming. It is the first main structure of the C language, which is called decision control structure. And decision control structure, we have 3 types of structure. One is called if statement, second is called if else statement, and third is called conditional operator. So let us see this if statement. If statement syntax is that I'll write if text expression, then curly braces, start of curly braces, end of the curly braces, and then statement block. Okay. So I can write any text expression like if some text expression like x greater than 3, x less than 3. So if this text expression is true, then only the statement which is written within the curly braces will be implemented. Otherwise, if the text expression is not true, the control will go directly out of this if. The body of the if statement will not be executed. So if the condition is not true, the program skips the if statement. In the Here in the text expression, you may use relational operators also. So in C language, we have this type of relational operators like x less than y, x is less than y, x greater than y, x less than equal to y. So because you have to type first less than and then equal sign, because in C and the keyboard you do not have any sign which types less than equal to, like you are typing in your maths or other places. So you have to use less than equal to y, greater than equal to y, and this is exclamation sign equal to, it means not equal to, x is not equal to y. Similarly, if you are typing 2 double equal, x is equal to y means it will compare whether x or y are equal. If they are not equal, then it will give you the false value. So the relational operator will always give you either true or false. If condition is true, then the body of the if statement will be executed. If condition is false, then body of the if statement will not be executed. Like a simple program. Main integer num, we are defining a num, enter a number less than 10. Then number will go to %d num में जाएगा. Then if num is less than equal to 10, it will write what an obedient servant you are, means जो आप कर रहे हैं वो वही है. ठीक है. So let us run this program. You will come to know about the if with the help of this program. I am taking an integer I, printf, enter any number less than 10, scanf, %d, ampersand I, if I less than 10, printf entered number is less than 10. And then close of the bracket. Okay, we do not know this line. Okay, so what I have written here, can you see the program? int I have declared one integer I, then printf enter any number less than 10. That number will go to scanf %d I. I am writing if I less than 10, then it will print enter number is less than 10. If I will type a number greater than 10, then it will not print anything. Okay, let us run this program. Enter any number less than 10. Okay, so suppose I am typing 4. So it is saying entered number is less than 10. This 4 is not going to new line. I can place a new line character. Run. Enter any number less than 10. Let's say 3. So it is saying entered number is less than 10. But if I suppose press 15, so it is not giving any output, because then the body of the if statement is not executed. In the body of the if statement, we have here, this is our if statement, you can see. This printf entered number is less than 10, this will not be executed. Okay, and here if you have only one statement in the if body, then even you need not to put these curly braces if you have only one statement. The statement which is followed directly after if will be treated as a body of the if. Let us run this program. Enter any number less than 10, let's say 7. Entered number is less than 10. But if I'll enter, let's say 17, I enter 17, so it will not print anything. Okay, but if you have more than one statement in the body of the if, then you have to type the curly braces like printf, you are a sincere student. Okay, and let's say I want to have it this at with the new line. Okay, so let us run. Enter any number less than 10, let's say 4. Here it is giving this also, you are a sincere student, because the body of the if will be considered only this first statement in line number 8, if you can see the cursor of my mouse. But suppose I entered a number greater than 10, let's say 14, then this line number 8 should not be executed, but line number 9 will be executed. Okay, so you are a sincere student. Got my point? But suppose if you place curly braces within the body of the if, like here, suppose you give curly braces like here and like after that here. And if now you can see the in the program body of the if, we have put curly braces, means line number 9 and line number 10 both will be treated in the body of the if. Now if I'll run this program and I'm saying enter any number less than 10, but suppose I'm entering 17, it means this body of the if should not be executed. It means I should not get anything. I'm not getting anything. Okay, but if I'll type a number which is less than 10, let's say 3, so I should get both these statements. I'm getting both these line number 9 and 10 here. Enter number is less than 10, you are a sincere student. Got my point? Again, I'm telling you, suppose I'm remove this curly braces, then only the statement which is just following this if statement, like line number 8, would be treated as a body of the if. Line number 9 will always be executed like this. Entered any number less than 10, let's say 3, which is less than 10, then both the statements are printed for line number 8 or line number 9. But if I'll enter a number which is greater than 10, let's say 17, then only one statement, because then body of the if is only line number 8, which will not be executed. Okay, so but it's always better to use curly braces because it will remove your confusion. Similarly, after if we have if else. If condition is true, then body of the if statement would be executed. If condition is not true, then else body would be executed. The body of the else would be executed, means in the body of the else, suppose I am writing printf number is less than 10, number is greater than 10. Okay, and suppose this I am removing now for the time being. So we have body of the if, we have body of the else. Okay, so if oh, what is the error? I forgot to give in line number 13, I forgot to give semicolon. Enter any number or even don't say less than 10. Suppose I am entering 2. It is giving, so, and I'll say enter any number. Enter any number. Okay, again run this program. I am entering a number, suppose which is less than 10, 4. It will say your number is less than 10. But suppose again I am running this program and I am entering a number, let's say 16. It will say your number is greater than 10. Okay, so this is about if and else. How you can use if and else. It means if condition within the if is true, then body of the if would be executed. Else will the body of the else will not be executed. But if condition of the if is not true, then body of the else would be executed, if would not be executed. Here you can use equal sign also. Suppose here in this program I am typing exactly 10. What will happen? I am typing exactly 10. It is saying number is greater than 10 because here it is saying I less than 10. 10 less than 10 condition is false. So only the else would be executed. But if I'll press less than equal to 10, then body of the if should be executed. Run. I am typing exactly 10. Enter. The number is less than 10 because body of the if is executed. So I should write enter number is less than or equal to 10 because condition is less than or equal to. Okay. So I again run this program. 10. The enter number is less than or equal to 10. So this is about the if and else statement. Now you can use relational operators also, like double equal. Suppose I want to have two integer I and j. Enter the value of I and j. I and j. And here I'll be having 2% d and one more ampersand j. Now I'm giving a condition if I equal to j. I और equal है या नहीं, अगर हैं, if they are equal then it will say I and j are equal. If they are not equal, then in else it should say I and j are not equal. Okay. So you can see this program. I have given two integer I and j. Printf enter the value of this program will ask me to enter the value of I and j. Whatever I will type, it will go to I and j. The if statement says if I equal to means it will compare the value of I and j. If they are equal, then body of the if would be executed. If they are not equal, then body of the else will be executed. So let us run this program. Enter the value of I and j. Suppose I am typing 3 tab 4. Both are unequal. Then it is saying I and j are not equal. Suppose I am typing again 5 tab 5. Enter. I and j are equal. N का n हट गया है, d and होना चाहिए. Okay. Enter the value of I and j. Suppose I am having 6 and 9. They are unequal. I and j are not equal. Now suppose by mistake some student has forgot to put double equal instead of double equal they have kept single equal in this program. Can you see? By mistaken in the body of the if here we have put single I is equal to j. Now what should be the output? Can anybody tell me in the chat window? If I am typing I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 3, what should be the output? Anyone? In this program in line number 7, I forgot to put double equal sign. I am writing only single equal sign. And I am giving I is equal to 2, j is equal to 3. So what would be the output? Whether the if body would be executed or else body would be executed. Anyone think about it and write in the chat window. I am giving you 2 minutes. Else body, somebody is writing else, Satyendra Prasad. Anyone else? और कोई बताए? Satyendra is saying else body would be executed. कोई और बताइए? क्या लिखा है किसी ने? It throws error. Okay, Nagendra is saying it throws error. एनीवन एल्स? कोई और बताइए। यस सर, यस सर किसने बोला है? सर स्क्रॉल लिटिल अप, ओके, आई हैव स्क्रॉल्ड इट अप। You can see the entire program. किसी और ने लिखा है? So let us see what will happen here. If I am writing I is equal to j, it is a assignment statement. Means I am assigning the value of j to I. Okay. So whatever the value of j we are typing, that will be assigned to I. It means it is always true. Assignment statement will always give me true. So it means only the body of if should be executed, not the else. Let us run this program. Suppose I is 3 and j is equal to 4. So it is saying I and j are equal, though they are not equal, because what is happening, the value of j is 4, that 4 is assigned to 3, then I would be, that 4 is assigned to I, means I would be 4, not 3, which is always true. So only the body of the if would be executed. Okay, you can check this by like this. What I'll do, I am assigning here I is equal to j, means the body of the j is assigned to I. Now here in the if I am want to print the value of I. Let us see what is it prints I here. I have written one more if statement in the body, one more printf statement in line number 10 in the body of the if. This statement says that suppose I will type I is equal to 2, j is equal to 3. Okay. It means I is equal to j means, well, it is always from right to left. So j is 3. That 3 value will go to 2, will go to I. Then I would become 3. So in line number 10, the value of I should be printed 3. Let us run this program. I am typing I is equal to 2 and j is equal to 3. So it is saying I and j are equal. Let us not take this. I'll make this as a comment line. And then let us run this. I is equal to 2, j is equal to 3. एक second अभी ले रहे हैं. Then it is saying the value of I is 3 because it's a assignment statement. The value of j has gone to I. Earlier I was 2, but now using this assignment statement we have given the value of j which is 3 to I. So I would be 2. So this is always 2. हाँ क्या कह रही है बेटा? If we write, Satyendra, I am not getting your query. You are writing if we write dollar or hash, this hash directive. Hash directive is always used for the header files. Whenever we want to include any file, then hash directive is used. Like here, hash include. This is hash here. You can see. I'll just make it bigger. This is hash. Okay. So this is for the hash directive. I told you in the yes, it's a good question, very good, Satyendra. So I told you here in the body of the if, it will either give you true or false. Okay. In the body of the if, we will always write a condition which will give you either 0 or 1. Means 1 is true, 0 is false. So if it is true, then body of the if will be executed. If it is false, body of the else would be executed. Okay. So either it should be, I mean, it's a digital thing. We do not have the third option. Either should be true or false. So there are several cases. Like I want to ask you to make a program which I will take you as a assignment. Suppose we are going to a shopkeeper. We want to buy one particular item. Suppose we want to buy a pen which is costing 100 rupees. Okay. So whenever I am going to shopkeeper, I want to buy a pen which is costing 100 rupees. I will ask some discount. Please offer me some discount. Then shopkeeper will say, if you will buy more than 10 quantities, then I'll give you a discount of 5%. If you will buy less than 10 quantities, then I will not give you any discount. Now your aim is to write a program for this. Okay, because shopkeeper may get many different kind of customers. Somebody will buy 50 pens, somebody will buy 70 pens. So he wants to make a simple program to find out the final value which customer will pay to the shopkeeper. So in this program, the condition is that if you will buy more than 10 pens, then 10% discount will be applicable to the total cost. But if you will buy less than 10 pen, then 0% discount will be applicable. So when you will write a program, your total value will be the quantity multiplied by the value of one pen, then minus the discount into the quantity. So the value of the discount would be 0 if you will buy less than 10 pen. The value of the discount would be 10 if you will buy greater than 10 pen. So in that case, in that scenario, if and else statement would be very much beneficial for you, because if would the condition of if here, it will be quantity greater than 10. If it is true, discount is equal to 10%. Else discount is equal to 0. Like here, I think I have this program. Let me check. Here you can see integer, quantity and discount. Okay. Discount initially is 0 and the float is price and total. There are two variable, price and total. There are two variable, quantity and discount in integer, QTY, DIS. Printf, enter the quantity and price per item. Quantity will go to, quantity is integer, it will go to %d. Price may be float, it will go to %f. Then if quantity greater than 1000, suppose 1000 से ज़्यादा खरीदेंगे, then it is giving a discount of 10%. Then discount would be 10%. Otherwise discount would be 0. So total would be quantity into price minus quantity into price into discount divided by 100. Then printf total price. So with this you can find out the total price after a discounted quantity. So this the condition of the if, it will either be true or will be false. So if I am buying a quantity greater than 1000, then here this DIS would be replaced by 10. But if I am buying a quantity which is less than 10, then obviously DIS would be 0 here. So DIS would be replaced by 0. Okay. So this is one if statement. But suppose I am saying if you will buy greater than 1000, I'll give you the 10% discount. But if you will buy greater than 2000, I will give you 20% discount. So you can use else also. Greater than 2000, 20%, less than 2000 but greater than 1000, 10%. Okay. So in that case, these if and else are very important. What somebody is writing, can you read out?
That makes sense in conditional loops, assigning one number to another number as a condition.
No, it doesn't make any sense. I was just telling you that somehow by mistake, if some user has forgot to put two equal sign, that was I was telling you. The program will not give you error. Okay, because assignment statement is always true, but it doesn't make sense. We will never do this. This is if it has happened by mistake. Okay. Chalo, I'll stop here and then we will be having another session from 2 o'clock. Okay. Here I have covered up to the decision control structure. In that I will be covering about the loop. Loop are another very important things. Here there are some examples and logical operators. These I will cover in the afternoon session and then I will cover about the loops. Okay. And I have given you one assignment. You can prepare a one program where you have to use if else statement and then you take the quantity discount 10% if quantity is greater than 100, otherwise discount is 5% and you have to find out the total price. Okay. So if possible, please try to make this program, run it and then send me the snapshot of your program on my email ID, which has been already given to you. Okay, so that will be serving as a assignment if you can do it. Okay, another thing is that I again would like to tell you, please do not hesitate in writing any program. Don't think that if you will be having thorough knowledge of the C language, then only you will start writing the program. No, then you can never understand the language. The best part is that if you know the simple things about a language, then if you know the simple input output function, then you start simply typing your program and then see what kind of error you are getting. Try to remove those error and then see finally if you are getting the required output or not. Okay, and then whatever is coming into your mind, like can we do this thing, can we do this thing, can we use this operator, all things whatever you are coming into your mind, try to implement on the this compiler. Just write whatever you want and then see whether it is giving you an error or it is giving you the correct answer. So in that way you will be able to learn more about the language. So far I am telling you only the language. I have not yet told you anything about the numerical methods, because you will be able to solve numerical methods. Like you want to solve numerical integration. One is the best method, like is trapezoidal method, Simpson 1/3 rule, Simpson 3/8 rules. These are the methods for the numerical integration where you have to repeat certain number of lines again and again. So in C language, we have loop for that. It's for loop, while loop, do while loop. With the help of loop, you can repeat a certain number of lines n times. Okay. So that to loop I will cover in afternoon session. So today my focus will be only for the C language, and then tomorrow I will try to cover basics of the MATLAB language. And after that, my other experts, my other colleagues, they will try to teach you about the numerical methods, the solving the numerical, the solution of the numerical integration, differentiation, partial differential equations, optimizations, nonlinear, linear, everything with the help of these programming languages. Okay. Okay, I stop here. Thank you.